Welcome back, and we hope you enjoyed your first leg of aviation.
Boy, that leg went so fast, Angela. Before we know it, we'll be flying supersonic.
Yeah, not so fast, Madhavan. We still have to talk about today and what's to come tomorrow. Supersonic flight is not until Thursday, so make sure you stick around for that.
Fair enough. Okay, so before we sign off here for the end of the day, let's spend a few minutes recapping the day's events and then teeing up the second leg of our flight tomorrow. So let's start from the top and as we started the day. So we began the day with a fireside chat with Bob Cabana and Barb Eska. It was great. It touched on all the different technologies that we are working on in NASA Aeronautics, the exciting high-profile flight demos, how we're opening up new markets in advanced air mobility, all the work we're doing in our fundamental tools and technology development, our focus on sustainability, and how we are engaging the academic community to build a workforce of tomorrow. It was really heartwarming to hear NASA leadership at the highest level speak to the agency's commitment to aeronautics. Angela?
Thanks, Madhavan. Yeah, and then we went into reasoning fabric. We are obtaining so many varieties of information. Basically, we're taking all this large amounts of information and pulling it into a large amount funnel, and then letting it flow out to the community, in a small direct way, to meet their specific needs. So one example I brought up was emergency response and how the data and reasoning fabric will assist in improving the safety assurance for the future of the growing world of autonomous aircraft. And then we went into the wildland fire survivor with Tricia and talking about speaking autonomous aircraft for a wildfire speaker and everything her family went through and all the natural disasters that are occurring across the world. The need for all that information and all that data so that we have the right information to the right people is critical right now. Not only for the operators, but for the people that this data can help, either to save them, save their homes, basically, Steve said earlier, preserving property.
Yeah, Angela, that really, the next segment on stereo and acero, I thought tied really nicely with that emotional story that Tricia told so poignantly. And it also tied in with the earlier panel on the day on data reasoning fabric, how to turn data into information that is actionable, that can lead to more effective and timely decision making. I loved hearing how aviation technologies that can really make a difference in emergency response. This is a wide problem that is getting worse with climate change. And it is going to take NASA working hand in hand with other federal agencies, state agencies, industry to mitigate the impact of future fires and other disasters.
Yeah, and that was a great point to make. Stereo, the need to work with other partners outside of the fire department. And then the realization of Robbie Haverhill, the Bendula. He wanted to be a musician in a band, but that wasn't working out, and realized that it's more than just the band. He needs to expand the outreach to other people outside of the band in order to get where he needs to be. Similar to NASA Aeronautics and how we reach out to other experts out in aviation to figure out what that next path is for us. And then on the human factor element, proving to have humility and compassion and pushing through every hurdle one person at a time, one challenge at a time. It was great to see all the comments that people were putting in the live chat as they were scrolling through. I was kind of checking those out. There's a lot of people in similar situations that I think that was an inspiring talk to them. And, hopefully that'll help them, push them so they don't give up, too soon. You have to start somewhere. You can't just go from here to overnight. It takes a lot of hard work to cope with them. That enables that to deliver a great product. So this can be similar to the advanced mobility challenge as well.
Indeed. And in fact, the last panel of today, it spoke to what is being heralded as the next revolution in aeronautics, advanced air mobility. It's being enabled by quiet, electric, vertical takeoff and landing air vehicles that can move people, cargo, packages, connect urban city centers to suburbia and to surrounding rural areas, bringing communities together, improving the quality of life, access to opportunities, to medicines, to healthcare, and making them available for everyone. So clearly, many, many challenges, as we heard our speakers say, and there may be some naysayers out there as well, but this is really why this is such an exciting area, and it is so cool to be working on making it happen. So that was basically today. Let's sort of tee up tomorrow's leg of the journey. We'll start the day with a fireside chat with Bonnie Simi, and this will sort of speak to building innovative teams. Bonnie is head of air operations and people at Joby Aviation, and by the way, she is also an Olympic athlete. So wow. That'll be followed by what we call fulfilling the NASA mission. We will be talking to NASA leaders at different stages of their careers and give you an inside look at how the NASA family works together to deliver on our missions and on our priorities. Angela?
Well, thanks. Yeah, and to the point about, fulfilling the NASA mission, we have to start somewhere. We have to start from the ground up. So following that NASA Mission Together panel tomorrow, we're going to be kicking off our second annual Dream With Us Challenge. This is for grades K through, actually 6th grade through 12th grade. But just come back because that's a sustainable aviation topic. So we'll be kicking that off tomorrow. The challenge will actually open up on Thursday. But then we kind of feed into a little bit more than that. It's more than the people. It's more than advancing, the next generation of workforce. It's what are those building blocks of technology, and how do we build upon that? And that'll be a great session, basically, of what it takes to build technologies that all the way down to the periodic element that we had way back when everyone was in chemistry. And then to follow up on at the end of the day, please make sure you stick around. It will be a completely separate link, and it's called GatherTown. We will be going through university and NASA poster sessions through this mechanism. A link will be provided in the chat. But it's a great way to come and network. It's a live but virtual presentation. Here we have a chart up here. The times listed, we have university and poster sessions are up front first, followed by, we have a partial exhibit hall, technical sessions, and then we have some networking in there. So it's a great time to come and meet other people, network, find out new opportunities possibly in there. We also have some education booths. The Dream With Us Challenge will also have a STEM room for educators that are out there. Please come back to get that content for your students. So other than that, that's about it. But we'd like to thank everyone for joining us today on imaginAviation, and we hope to see you on the next leg tomorrow morning.
Thank you.